Alright, so I got a story here from the Hollywood Reporter. Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3 not moving forward as DC movies hit turning point. Exclusive. And basically, James Gunn and Peter Safran are in the final stages of prepping their multi-year plan ahead of next week's pivotal presentation to Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav. Now the thing is, it's not just Wonder Woman 3 that's not going to move forward. Although it's hard to say what shape all this is going to take, because these guys are completely going. They're going to basically try to become like the Kevin Feige for DC, where they're going to lay out their plan. The debate on whether or not it's going to be good or stand up to the way Marvel was or used to be, maybe, or it will be more similar to the way Marvel is now, where you've got movies that just aren't as good as they could be or as they used to be or whatever. But anyway, it's hard to say. Basically, they're saying that the duo in recent days, and I'll link this in the description box if you want to read it for yourself, but the duo in recent days flew back to Los Angeles from the snowy city of Aspen, Colorado, where they were huddled in deep planning, and now like holy figures coming down from the mountaintop, have sets of commandments or a DC Bible in hand, or at least a working blueprint. It's pretty labored to just say that they were coming out with a Bible for the DC EU extended universe. That's not really going to call it that, but whatever they decide to call it. The DC Cinematic Universe, DCCU, or anyway, whatever. Basically talking about how they hired a duo in October, yada, yada, all this kind of stuff. Multiple sources tell the Hollywood Reporter that Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3 is not moving forward and is considered dead in its current incarnation. Which again, at the same time, they could still do a Wonder Woman 3. Maybe they'll get a different director, or maybe Patty Jenkins will do a different version of that, or it's hard to say. They're also saying that the same thing is it's applicable to like Man of Steel 2, various other, whatever basically was planned for DC in terms of the movies and all that kind of stuff. It's all up for grabs now. It's hard to say if it'll happen. Some people are saying that like Jason Momoa in Aquaman 2, that might be his swan song. And it's like, are you serious? Guy was around for a cup of coffee and everything. It's like, come on, you got same with like Ben Affleck and so on and such forth. But anyway, Warner's had no comment. Blah blah blah. It's unclear how any future Wonder Woman movie or Godot's portrayal of the hero would fit into the new DC plan. It's actually kind of that they bring this up. It's kind of funny, but ironic, I guess, or whatever. And a bit of head-scratching timing. Godot tweeted out of the blue a thank you to fans on Tuesday, the day before this, saying she was grateful to be allowed to play the heroine and role model, and she can't wait to share her next chapter with you. It's unclear whether or not the actress knew that the project was being toe-tagged. I would imagine so. I mean, because if she didn't know, it's like somebody did her dirty. Jesus Christ. But anyway, the rest of the DC state remains in flux, or at least being kept deep in the pocket of Gunn's own utility belt. There are several rumors and possible scenarios, but yada yada yada. It's talking about, the first, which builds on the shuttering of Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3, is the closing curtain of the Snyderverse. It's like, man, that shit's been dead, dude. Like, Snyderverse has been gone. It's been dead and buried already. Then people dug it up just to basically kill it again. Whatever. Then they talk about, like I said, the Man of Steel 2, No More Aquaman, fronted by Jason Momoa. These characters are a cameo in Flash, a highly anticipated time travel adventure movie that's due to release June 16th. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen, because with that crazy son of a bitch Ezra Miller, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Now, there's also talk that Black Adam 2 won't happen. Who knows? Who knows? No plans have been finalized, and that Flash remains an unlocked picture. Cavill's situation is more than a little thorny, as an actor made a cameo in Black Adam. I want to make official as I'm back as Superman, is what Cavill said. At the time, it was not incorrect. They were indeed developing a sequel, but now, blah blah blah, they began formulating their new and still in flux plan. Also, unlikely as a sequel to Black Adam, like I said. It's hard to say. Some people are trying to make it. Oh, well, look, basically the perception of Adam turning a profit on as a conflagration now being wagered in public, with Dwayne Johnson, tweeting the movie would net over $50 million after a variety story said the movie would lose over $50 million theatrically. It's like, okay. You're starting to debate about whether it's a bomb, blah, blah, all this kind of shit. It goes on. They talk some about Momoa, that he's basically going to be gone, because the whole thing with, like, Aquaman 2, who knows what, Amber Heard and all that kind of shit. It's hard to say. And they do bring up the fact that Momoa could possibly play Lobo and stuff. It's been mentioned in connection with him. It's who knows, But the thing about with James Gunn that kind of worries me specifically, I don't know about anybody else, but are the movies going to become too goofy? You know, like because James Gunn, his movies are known for being goofy. Now you can say that that's okay, it's fine, it's good or whatever. And sometimes it is, but it's like you can't have every movie like that. You know, I don't want some goofy Batman movie. Hell, to be honest, I don't even want some goofy Superman movie. It's like I want those to be more serious. You can do your goofy stuff with they mentioned Blue Beetle. It's supposed to come out on August 18th, 2023. It's like, has that movie even fucking started filming? Because I haven't heard anything. So there's no way in hell that fucking thing's coming out then. You know, but whatever. Anyway, if unless it has started filming, because I'm not a big Blue Beetle fan, whatever. Anyway, it wraps up there. It talks about they seem not, likely to not touch is the Matt Reeves Batman universe in which Robert Pattinson dons the cowl of the Caped Crusader. He's writing a sequel, to the Batman. He's also overseeing the launch of 2 Batman series that spun out of this movie, including the Penguin. And we'll see. The movie made money. I think it made pretty good money based on its budget. But we'll see. Everything for DC, I think, is up in the air. Ultimately, I think that's the kernel you can take out of the story is that nothing is set in stone. Hell, even when these guys come forward and say, "Hey, here's our plan," and blah blah, all this kind of stuff, even that won't be set in stone because it's like, man, the way DC's been, they're so scattershot. Yes to this, no to that. Yes to this, no to that. Oh, this is happening, and then a year later you find out, no, it's not happening. So who knows? Anyway, I'll link this in the description box if you want to read the whole thing for yourself. But thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.